do have some resource partners that CEED works with. 3 of our resource partners are here to share how they can assist you in business at this time. So at this time, I'm going to ask for the 3 of them, Tom Raymond from SCORE, Nancy Gross from the Economic Development Specialist with the U.S. Small Business Administration, as well as Patricia Salo, the Growth Group Specialist from Michigan Small Business Technology and Development Center, to come and speak. And there will be time for you all to ask questions for them, so make sure if you do have questions that you can either write them on that form, that little index card that you have, or I'll make sure to have the mic to go around.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, it's really an honor to be here at Focus Hope, an organization that's dedicated to making a positive difference in our community for so many years. I'm really thrilled to be here. And I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of the Small Business Administration to kind of give you an overview of the products and services that our agency provides. And I'm just thrilled to be here with 2 of my faves from SCORE and the SBTDC. So I'll try to be as brief as I can so that you can get to the real enjoyable part of the meeting, which is to learn about the food industry, which is why you're all here. But I like to start out by saying the good news is there's really a lot of help out there for you if you're a small business person or if you're a person looking to start a small business, if you know where to look. But it's not always easy to know where to look. So you're here today, so you've got a little leg up. You can start your planning, or you can expand your business or work on a problem and connect with the resources that can help you. My trustee partner here is Quindell Moore. He's an intern with us this summer from Western Michigan University, and he's passing out a little PowerPoint that you can follow along. We also have at the back of the room our SBA resource guides, and everything that I'm going to talk about and more will be in these guides as well, so you can pick one of those up before you leave. So what is the SBA? The SBA is a federal agency. We were started in 1953. The only reason that we exist is to help businesses get started, help them grow, and help them stay in business. The Detroit office is located at Michigan and Cass. We have a fairly small staff dedicated to lender relations, minority enterprise development, and marketing and outreach, and I work in the marketing and outreach department. So we rely very heavily on our resource partners to provide the direct one-on-one service. We like to say we provide the 3 C's. We provide counseling, access to capital, and assistance with government contracting. And I like to start out by introducing the resources that will provide that counseling, the entrepreneurial development programs that can really help you move forward as you plan your business. We have several resource partners. The first one that I'd like to talk about is SCORE, and I won't take too much time because we have an actual SCORE person here. We call him the machine back of the office because he's just a dynamo. He works so great with all of our small business clients. But SCORE is a resource partner. They established a relationship with the SBA in 1964. It's a national organization. They're funded in part by the SBA, and they are volunteers that provide, they're business professionals that provide assistance to small business. And Tom will give you more information about that. The other organization that we work very closely with is the Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center. We have Pat Salo here today from the SBTDC, and she's another dynamo. She's an excellent counselor and an excellent trainer, and is dedicated like no other to helping her clients succeed. And we just love to work with Pat too. So you've got the dynamic duo here. The SBTDC is also funded in part by the SBA. It's also a national program. We provide funds that are administered through Grand Valley State University, which is our headquarters. They have 10 regional centers all over the state of Michigan. And those funds are in turn leveraged through the contributions from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. We have Don Snyder here who represents that organization, and we're really grateful for that partnership. And in addition to the state funds and the federal funds, we have local matches all over the state of Michigan. And those funds are then used to hire professional counselors to help businesses one-on-one. So great resources for you. In addition to the SCORE and the SBTDC, we also fund women business centers. And we have 3 in our state. One is CEED, which is the host organization today, and I can't say enough about CEED. I love working with them. They also have the passion and the dedication to really help businesses move forward. And they happen to be one of our women business centers in addition to one of our micro lenders. The other 2 women business centers, one is in Benton Harbor, it's Cornerstone. The other one is in Grand Rapids called GROW. And now all 3 of them are micro lenders as well, so that's really cool. In addition to SCORE, SBTDC, the women business centers and micro lenders, we also fund our United States Export Assistance Center. So maybe some of you make a food product that might be attractive to somebody overseas. So there's some resources available for you in that arena as well. The other organization that we support is called Vet Biz Central, and it's a veteran business center. They're headquartered in Flint, and they focus on assisting veterans who are either in business or thinking about being in business, and they work closely with SCORE, SBTDC, and CEED as well. So those are all of the resources that are out there to give you that one-on-one assistance, the hand-holding, the encouragement that you need to move forward. The other C that we are known for is capital, or access to capital. And this is an area where there's maybe a little bit of confusion, and I'm just going to briefly cover our loan guarantee programs and other loan programs so you have a general idea. You don't have to be an expert and know every detail of the SBA loan programs, but you should know they're available to you, and there's more detail in this book and on our website, which is in this book too, www.sba.gov/MI for Michigan. There's more info than you probably ever want to know, so feel free to check that out. The SBA loan programs are, there's 2. The first one I'll talk about is the 7A program, and 7A just really refers to the legislation in the SBA that started the SBA. So we call our general umbrella loan program the 7A program. And the 7A program is a loan guarantee program to the bank. It's not a guarantee to the borrower. And you never come to the SBA for a loan. You always apply to a lender, either a bank or a credit union or other lending institution that participates with the SBA program. And the intention of the program is to mitigate some risk that might be involved with a loan that is presented to a lender. If you work on your business plan with Tom and Pat and CEED and you're ready to go, and you want to try a bank for financing before you try for a micro lender financing, they're going to look at your loan, they're going to evaluate it, and if you're good to go, they'll give you a loan conventionally. But if maybe there's something with your loan that doesn't quite meet bank policy, they may look to use that SBA guarantee. And that SBA guarantee is up to 85% of the amount that you're borrowing. And why would the bank use a guarantee? They would use it if maybe you're a startup business and you're basing your projections on projections. You don't have a track record yet, you don't have tax returns, so it makes them nervous. So if it's a startup, and startup financing is not easy in any condition, but if you're a startup, you're almost always going to be getting an SBA guarantee loan for that. Or maybe you're in a risky industry, like, for example, the food industry. Restaurants have a high turnover, as you know. People are fickle. It's tough to keep that consistency going. You figure out it's 24/7, and it's a difficult industry. So perhaps that might be a reason for an SBA guarantee loan. Maybe you need longer terms than a bank can give you for a loan. And the SBA guarantee may be able to stretch your terms out, which makes your monthly payment a little bit smaller, so you have more cash flow to buy your product, to feed your customers. So that's another reason. Or perhaps you have a shortfall in collateral. If you're a service industry, and food-related businesses often are, you might not have a ton of collateral. Perhaps you're leasing your building. Perishable food doesn't make for great collateral. So sometimes the SBA can help out with that. So the news for you is to look into it, be familiar with it, know it's there, but work with your resource partners to make sure your business plan is as nice as it can be and realistic as it can be before you apply for funding. The SBA loans can go up to $5 million. We can guarantee up to $3.75 million. And there's many variations on the theme of the SBA loan guarantee program, and I'm not going to bore you with that. The other loan program that you might want to be aware of is called the 504 program. And that's a program that is established for purchase of large fixed assets, like a big building or a big piece of equipment that has a long use life. And that's a partnership program. You'll have a loan from a bank, which will be 50% of the amount borrowed, and the bank then gets first lien position on all assets, so the bank likes it. Then you'll have 40% of your loan going through a certified development company that's associated with SBA debentures, and that's how that part of it works. And then 10% will be from the borrower, or up to 20% depending on what the loan is for. If it's a new business or for a single-use building, your downstroke might be a little bit higher. But the cool part of a 504 loan for the borrower is that 40% that's going through the CDC, it'll be a fixed rate, no balloon for the life of your loan. And if you're financing real estate, that's a pretty good deal. So it's just something to know about. Maybe some of you are going to buy a big building or big equipment to make whatever you make. So something to know about. And you already have been familiarized with our microloan programs, and that's a program that's near and dear to my heart, as is something like Focus Hope. It really works with grassroots. It helps build businesses, and I'm a big fan of the microloan program, so you know that that's available for you. The third and final C that I'm just going to touch base on is our government contracting and business development programs. On the federal side, we have various certifications for socially disadvantaged groups, for veterans, for women-owned businesses, and the person that's in charge of that is on this little piece of paper from our office. His name is Tom Vargo, and once a month he has an orientation for all of our certification programs at TechTown, hosted by the SBTDC. It's the first Wednesday of the month from 9 to noon, and it's a great place just to get an overview. I'm not sure if any of you are involved in government contracting, but certainly the government buys food. So it might be something to look at. It might not be your primary market, but something to know about and keep in your back pocket. If you are interested in looking into government contracting, I always recommend that you start with our PTACs, which is a state and federally funded program, and PTAC stands for Procurement and Technical Assistance Centers, and they're all over the state of Michigan. We have one that's housed at TechTown at Wayne State University. There's one at Schoolcraft College and one in Macomb County. So that's a great place to start, just to get your feet wet, and they not only focus on federal contracting, they work with state and city contracting as well. So that's my speed version of the SBA, and I'm very happy to be here today, and I applaud all of you who are business owners or thinking about it. It's not easy, but it's very rewarding if you do it right, and I commend you all, and if there's anything that I can ever do, you have my contact information. So I'll turn it over now to the people who really do the work, and start with Tom Raymond from SCORE.